future Hall of Famer and the greatest quarterback to ever grace a football field, Tom Brady, has a massive decision to make this offseason concerning his football future. Now, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers obviously lost to the Dallas Cowboys, getting absolutely shellacked in that wild card round game. And afterwards, we heard Tom Brady say that he's going to have to sleep on it. He's going to have to think about what his future is. And that going into that game against Dallas, his only concern was, how am I going to prepare for this game? The reports that surfaced earlier on in that day stated that Brady didn't know what he was going to do. He was going to take some time and over the next few weeks really evaluate what his next step is going to be. Again, this is Thomas Edward Patrick Brady. Thomas Patrick Edward Brady, whichever one is correct. It's Tom Brady. It's the dude who retired and then saw that Jeff Darlington announced it before he did, got mad and said, I'm going to unretire just because you don't get to break when I retire. I'm Tom Brady. I get to tell people when I retire. So I think there was a little bit of that going on when that retirement announcement was kind of rescinded on his part. As far as what that decision could be, we know that Brady has offers with Fox. He has like hundreds of millions of dollars, I believe, on the table to go over and announce on Fox. Brady would have the ability, I think, to coach and anywhere he wanted, to be a GM anywhere he wanted. He's Tom freaking Brady. He's seen everything 10 times over in the NFL. I think that Brady would, if he just wanted to go away, do his thing, and just like, I'm Tom Brady. I got all the money in the world, and I'm a bachelor at 45. He could go that route too. There's a lot of things Tom Brady could do. And of course, the other thing he could do is request a trade and go somewhere else. Maybe Vegas. I'm still calling them the Oakland Raiders. Maybe he could go to Las Vegas. Maybe we see him in a Jets uniform. That's also been talked about. But at the end of the day, one thing we know is that regardless of whether he retires, whether he returns, whether he removes himself from the game and goes over to a football booth, we're going to be watching. And we're going to be paying attention, and we're all going to be talking about it because he's Tom Brady. And if I haven't made that clear enough, he's Tom Brady, people. Greatest quarterback ever. I'm not even a Patriots fan. I'm not even a Bucks fan. But it is hard for anyone to argue because I've still seen the argument out there that, well, Tom Brady didn't do this thing that Patrick Mahomes did. I'm like, I love Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes might be the best quarterback of his generation. He's not even in Tom Brady's field as if we're talking about GOATs, right? Like, come on. I love it. Great talent. Could he be there one day? Absolutely. Call me when he has 5 Super Bowls, and we will talk about it. But this guy's got 7. There's not a lot of people that are going to be able to touch him. Joe Montana can't even touch this guy right now. That's the level that he's risen to. What do I think could happen? What do I think is next for Tom Brady? This season was a struggle. It was a struggle to score points. It was a struggle to get in sync with his receiving core. And no matter what, you were looking at those at the game or those games that the Bucs would play, and you'd be like, what is off here? Because it just seems like you have great receivers, and you have great receivers. You have a quarterback who still has all the ability in the world to play the game. Like Tom Brady, his arm strength has not suffered over time. You could argue his arm strength might actually be better than where it was a few years ago because his deep ball still looks great. And when he does hit his receivers, it's like on the money. I think the Bucs struggles this year might actually be more boiled down to the play calling and the scheming rather than anything else, because this is Tom Brady who just came back off of back-to-back 40 touchdown seasons. At the age of 43 and 44, this man said, I'm going to have 40-plus touchdowns because I'm a 40-plus-year-old dude, and that's what I do. So we can't say it was like a thing of, well, was he actually ever that good, or was this offense ever going to be able to get sync? They were in sync for the past 2 years. And even this year, like he led the league in attempts, and for a while he was the league leader in passing yards. He got eclipsed by a few people there, but Brady was still slinging it and putting up fine stats. Actually, like I think he ended the year with was 25 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. So like not bad, not terrible. I think that we're gonna like whatever his decision is. I think personally, I think he's going to return and give it one final go. I don't know who the team would be. You could argue that Las Vegas could be a destination. I would argue that maybe Vegas would be a better destination for another quarterback, one who, let's just say, likes his ayahuasca trips and loves his GRE. But that's a story for another day. If we're talking about Tom Brady, I think the most likely landing spot for him, in my opinion, might actually be in New York. Because you look at what the New York Jets have, right? Next year, they're going to have Breece Hall back. They're probably going to have James Robinson in the mix too at running back. So you got your running back backfield ready to go. Garrett Wilson, whatever's left of Corey Davis and Barrios and all those guys over there. It's a solid receiving core. And Garrett Wilson has the potential to be a superstar receiver. And then on top of that, at defense, led by C.J. Mosley and Sauce Gardner, that we know is good, that's being coached by one of the best defensive minds in the NFL in Robert Saleh. I'm just saying. And I know people are going to be like, oh, this is like when Brett Favre went to the Jets or whatever. Or when this could be like when Brett Favre went to the Vikings. and I don't mean the second year with the Vikings. I mean the first year. Because I still think Tom Brady has all the ability in the world to be an all-pro level quarterback. He showed it. Like he showed it this year in a very weird way. And if I'm wrong, I'm sure that everyone will let me know. And I'm sure that Tom Brady's play will let me know. But I don't think we're there. Like, and it does come down to a little bit of the unexplainable, right? Because we can try to explain like these things, and we can try to look at like the stats and break it down and Pro Football Focus and all that jazz, right? At the end of the day, the old saying was what? Father Time catches up to everyone. Even at this point where you could say that he went a step down, right? Won his division, like was led the league in passing attempts, and had 25 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, completed 67% of his passes. If that's the floor, like, jeez. If that's him on a decline, he's I think that just speaks to how great he is. Like it just like Father Time just did not catch up to this man. But I'm sure you guys will let me know. Let me know where you guys think Tom Brady is going to be. Where is he going to end up? Let me know in the comments section below. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released.